Well, that was fun.
Just wait until the end of the credits. There's a little Easter egg for you,
Alrighty.
kind of thingy.
The first two Dead Space games let you like use the thumbstick to scroll through the credits faster. You don't do that in this one.
Nah, they take about 4 or 5 minutes to get through.
Alright.
We can have a nice discussion during that time, I think.
What were your thoughts on the game, Ian?
When I wasn't getting angry and pissed,
Just thoughts in general.
but it was a great game. And, you know, number one, the graphics are beautiful, especially when you're using environments like that that require the dark tones, the dark shades. You're not able to use a lot of color, and so to make it beautiful is very difficult. It has a very nice haunting quality to it. The gameplay in general, you know, it was nice, clean gameplay, smooth. You didn't run into any problems. Story is absolutely amazing, beautiful. The only complaint I have is the ending is it's predictable. It's the general tragic hero sacrificing himself for the greater good kind of thing. You know, I would have liked a little twist in there maybe. But other than that, I mean, beautiful game.
I really did enjoy this game. There are points when I play in a video game like it may seem like I'm bitching and moaning a lot on a certain part of a game, but the end result, I'll still like the game very much. And I enjoyed this game a lot. I probably liked it slightly more than the second one. I really liked the whole weapon crafting system. I really liked the story. I thought the story was better, or more. I guess the story was kind of revealed more in this game. And I think that's one of the game's pros and cons. It kind of seems like the balance of the story between the three games completely shifts once you get to the third one. It seemed like the first and the second game kind of took like slower turns story-wise, and then the third one kind of shoves a lot of story into it. But I really liked the story. It was really good. I'm wondering if this is the end of the Dead Space series.
Want a hint on that?
Huh?
You want a hint on that?
I mean, I can see that they can continue the Dead Space games. It's just,
Just wait until these credits are done, you'll see what I'm talking about.
well, without seeing what's after the credits, if Isaac is dead, truly, I'm not sure what future Dead Space games will be like without Isaac.
I guess you could take it on, you know, maybe change it to a female protagonist playing as Ellie. I mean, definitely there aren't a whole lot of games where you take a female lead, and I think that could be an interesting idea. You know, see how either go back in time to when, like, they first started working together right before Dead Space 1, or even, you know, show how her life is after this.
If I had to guess, I would probably say that you wouldn't play as Ellie. I would assume they'd take it slightly further into the future, and this problem is arising again, and Ellie is involved within the story greatly, talking about how to, deal with the necromorph problem, or I'm guessing she would be greatly intertwined within the story of the next game, since she has a lot of experience with it.
What are you eating?
Thin Mints.
God damn it. Continue.
But I know there are games that have done this before, but can't really think of any off the top of my head. But they would make a new lead character, and then the necromorph problem somehow arises again, some way, shape, or form throughout the story. And they find out about Ellie, and they have to get maybe some of her records or whatever, and then she has intel that will help them solve the problem.
I don't know. I think that's more of what an RPG series does, where you completely shift protagonists. I mean, for a shooter and a horror game like this, I honestly don't see the protagonist changing a whole lot. I mean, definitely, for instance, BioShock has done it, but
I just
I
think
don't
it, like, I don't think, I'm not sure with Dead Space if they would or not change the main character. I mean, I really like Isaac,
know.
and I don't think they necessarily should. I mean, it depends where they go with the story,
Yeah.
honestly, but I think they could. I mean, I know Mass Effect is. You have Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, where you're playing as Commander Shepard, but now they're coming out with Mass Effect 4. I think they said estimate release date is 2015, where they're going to have a different lead character.
Well, they did it with Resistance too. I mean, in the first two, you're playing as Nathan Hale, and then in the second one, you take over as
Third one.
Third one, you take over as I forget the guy's name, the one that shot you at the end of the second one.
Yeah. He's Resident Evil 3, or not Resident Evil, Resistance 3. You don't have to play that game.
No, it's really.
It is beautiful though.
It is, but as far as the storyline goes, it was completely unnecessary.
I think they just did it because it's a Resistance game.
Yeah.
They wanted to use the title. Sony's like, here, make another Resistance game. Just like Gears of War. Gears of War 3 was supposed to be the last one. They even said, I think it was, maybe it was the director of Epic, or the director behind the game series or something. I forgot who it was, but he was like, this will be the last game, and it's a little bittersweet to see it go, but yada yada yada. Then Microsoft is like, you know what? Gears of War is pretty much our only good exclusive game, really.
Yeah.
Besides Halo.
Yeah, but
Debatable between a lot of people, but
yeah. But I mean, just the whole thing. When you shift protagonists, when you do that, you have to make the story flawless. Plain and simple. Because when you shift protagonists, you're taking away that comfort level that people have gotten from the game. You've gotten you've gotten rid of the connection that people have made to the game. And so if you don't nail the story, it's going to fall through.
that's why I'm just waiting to see how BioWare goes with Mass Effect 4.
I mean, there are very few exceptions to that. BioShock being one of them, because BioShock 1, you played as a human. BioShock 2, you switched to playing as a Big Daddy. And now in Infinite, you're a detective, I think?
Yeah, Booker.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've got 3 separate shifts, but the story is flawless.
Well,
far.
I think with BioShock, it also has to do with each story in BioShock is done in its separate game.
Yeah.
Like the story for BioShock 1 was started and completed in BioShock 1.
Mm-hmm.
Same with BioShock 2, it was started and completed.
Yep. And I think, it really does kind of have to be that way if you're going to switch protagonists. Because if you... I think that was one of the pitfalls with Halo, is you had 1, 2, and 3 canonical story, but then you built in... They tried to build in Halo Reach and ODST, where you're switching from Master Chief, and it just kind of eliminated that iconic figure that everyone had come to know and play as.
Well, Halo Reach is a prequel to the whole story.
It is,
and I'm pretty sure they wanted to do a prequel so bad that they didn't really think about the story.
Yeah, I mean, as far as story goes, Reach is completely unnecessary, completely useless. It serves no higher function at all. And then ODST, just in general, serves no function.
I really liked ODST, though. I really liked the change of environments. Like
I did.
Cities and everything. I really liked that.
I liked that, but I didn't like the whole, you're playing as an ODST soldier. From Halo 1 and 2, these were the guys backing you up, getting their asses whooped throughout the entire game. And now they're sticking you in it, and suddenly there's some elite team. I mean, I remember in Halo 2 that when you first land on Halo, you land with 5 ODST soldiers, and by the time you get up to the temple, they're slaughtered. And then suddenly in ODST, there's some elite soldiers. And it was just kind of weird for me transitioning from, I've seen these guys get their ass whooped every single time. It just felt weird for me.
We'll have to see, though. I think I don't know. We'll have to see what they do with Dead Space 4 if they do indeed do a Dead Space 4. Because at this point, I don't know what the scene is after the credits, so I don't know if Isaac is truly dead. I assume it is, or he is.
It's not really a scene.
Well, whatever. I don't know what's after the credits. Apparently something's after the credits.
Yes, there is. Oh, I always stick through the credits on games because,
Well, so do I.
They do like to put in that little cliffhanger or something at the end, you know.
They don't do that with every game, of course, but...
No, it's always worth a shot, though.
Seems like they are doing it more and more often, but...
Yeah.
Well, Far Cry 3 didn't do it.
You know, it's worth sitting through the credits, you know, it's not like it's gonna kill you to see if there is something at the end.
Except for, oh god, except for Batman Arkham City credits.
That bad?
Oh, you haven't played that game?
I've played it, I never made it to the credits, though.
God, those credits were like, I swear to God, somewhere between 15 minutes and half an hour.
Jesus.
Those were long-ass credits. And I believe after the credits, there's all you do after that is there's a little segment you can play as with Catwoman, and you beat the shit out of Two-Face or something like that to get your shit back. So it's kind of cool that they had a actual gameplay segment after the credits.
Okay.
But
We're here. Ellie. Boom. Right there. There's your Dead Space 4.
Isaac is alive.
Yep.
Fuck yes. Isaac!
I knew you were gonna be happy about that.
I love Isaac. I love Isaac Clarke. New Game Plus have been unlocked in the front end. Dead Space Legend Suit set now available in the suit kiosk. Plus 3 RLD circuit set available on the bench. What is that?
Reload circuits.
Oh, reload circuit. Okay. I don't know why I didn't get that. The Legend Suit set. Is that several suits?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 suits.
That's pretty cool.
Those are the ones that I was switching between. Those come out of the Legends set.
New Game Plus, front end Dead Space Legend Suit now available at Suit Kiosk, plus 3 clip circuit set.
Yep.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of games I would love to see sequels to, but... I don't know,
Dead Space 4. I'm like that much excited for Dead Space 4 now.
I mean,
just because I'm enthusiastic but concerned about where the story is going to go next.
Same here. You know, I have a feeling... Yeah, I don't know if Ellie's going to be a huge part of it, but I guarantee probably going to be a search party from Earth space coming to look at the planet and everything, and they come across Isaac, and he's been surviving on the planet, and I have a feeling that'll kick it off.
All I have to say about overall Dead Space 3, I really love this game.
Brilliant.
Definitely glad I got it out of all the games I'm going to be getting out of 2013. This is one of the games I am glad I will get.
I was upset about not getting Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, but I have to say that this does make up for it.
I will be doing that game next Tuesday as well. I should be receiving that game sometime by 8 p.m. on Tuesday, the day it is released. Amazon is supposed to be delivering it to my house, so I will definitely be doing that game as well. But Dead Space 3, glad I got it out of everything out of 2013 that's going to be coming out. Came out in February. That is a pretty damn good start to the year.
Definitely.
Along with Devil May Cry, the Devil May Cry 5, or the reboot, whatever you want to call it, that came out January 17th or something like that, somewhere in the teens.
Then we got BioShock hitting shelves here soon.
Yeah, really good start to the year. Unlike last year, started out with, I think the very first game that came out last year was Amy.
Oh my god.
And that game should never have existed in the first place.
You know, I'm not for burning video games, books, or anything like that, but I would definitely condone burning Amy.
I'm just glad there's no like physical copies of Amy. At least I know of. I think that game was just a like Xbox arcade game, and
it was terrible. It was fucking terrible.
It was. If you wasted money on that game, I feel sorry for you. I really do.
That we have Sly 4 coming out. And,
It's already out.
oh, that's right.
It came out the day Dead Space did.
Yeah. From the demo, it seems like it's a really good game. Really.
Apparently, it's doing very well. Apparently, people have really been liking it. And apparently, the guy that voices Sly, he came back.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, his experience in voice acting like picked up a lot. Apparently, his voice acting work is really good in that game.
From what I played, it's absolutely brilliant. The graphics are wonderful, and then just it really takes you back to the very first Sly Cooper game.
The graphics on that game kind of took me away a little bit. Like I had to get used to them. To be honest, I like them, but I had to get used to them because I'm so used to the original Sly Coopers.
Oh, yeah.
But
you know,
that is Dead Space. I'm probably gonna go ahead and end it now.
do I get one last final line, word, closing statement?
Go ahead.
Nachos and lemon heads on my dad's boat. You won't go down 'cause my dick can float. Boats and hoes.